Okay, we're recording. All right, awesome. Thanks, guys, for hopping on to our pre-call to our call with Duana post-conference, Austin conference on Monday, October 28th. And we're off of conference, and everybody that's on the line, we were at conference, so we felt the excitement, we got the info, we've been stoked and excited, and we and I got a guest, a visitor with me. And we have all been in motion moving our businesses forward, which is exciting. So, Joanna, I thank you for taking the time out of your evening to hop on and pour into us the way that you do. And I'm going to turn it over to you because I know there's some things we discussed that we want to kind of touch base with the team and keep everyone engaged and excited, because it's a very exciting time to be a part of the Juice Plus company for sure.
Thank you, Danielle and team, for allowing me to be on this call. I am just as stoked as Sean Hopkins would say. After conference, I know the home office team, we were working months on presenting such great information at conference. And one of the biggest messages we wanted our representatives and partners, which is the new language, we are partners, is to leave conference feeling the excitement, but our theme was the future is right. And I hope you left conference seeing that the opportunity for you to expand your business, to make your dreams become a reality, is within your grasp. So we talked about the new opportunities that the company is creating in regards to territory. So now in Mexico 2020, we'll be opening up business in Mexico. So that's exciting. We talked about and presented the new Tower Garden home, which was incredible. I think that was the focal point and highlight of conference, just walking in the exhibit hall and seeing that there. It was just, oh my goodness, between the lights and the banners, it was just exciting. And then we shared our future for our digital platform and what that's going to look like, expanding our IT technology across the globe, which is really exciting. We already have a little taste of the refresh of our virtual office, which you are now experiencing, but really just bringing the whole digital platform to another level is just going to rocket your opportunity to share the mission better and simpler. And then last but not least is the comp plan and what that really means. What we recognized is that we needed and we owed our partners the ability to kind of close some of the gaps in getting from one position to another. So with the creation of our new position of QSSC, that's amazing to be able to recognize that. And then for our leadership, who we realized, we often need a goal to go for. And when you reach our NMDs who've reached the top of the compensation plan, and it's like, okay, where do I go from here? So the ability for them to grow and develop, it's really exciting. So we're all working on a new beginning, kind of sort of is what I'm saying, in 2020, because this compensation plan is really changing, making history for even in the home office. We, as a home office team, are learning a new language. We've been using terms and thinking about 2000 plus and HLP in a specific way for so long. We are having some really good, honest, robust conversations in the home office, getting our mindset thinking a little differently as we talk about the new comp plan. So I share that with you just to say, as you are thinking about 2020, but don't start too early because we still got 2 months to go in 2019. But just know we're all on this journey together. We're all working hand in hand, locking arm in arm. Some questions we know the answers to, some we don't know. And we're thinking about how to best serve our representatives in 2020 so that we honor you in taking you to the next level in the compensation plan, but also make it simple and easier to even share it, the business aspect, with potential people, because we know sometimes our compensation plan, not sometimes, I'm gonna be real honest, it can get kind of complex. But even the way we have it presented, I don't know if you had an opportunity after conference just to look at the information that we sent. We have we chunked it out into 2 parts, phase 1 and phase 2. I mean, isn't that great? If you have a conversation with someone, you don't have to take them all the way up the stair steps. You can take them to the top of the commission level, which is SC. That's it. That's a 6 month course. If they did everything, step by step, and didn't stop. But you can stop there and kind of just chunk it out, give them that opportunity. And then as they look at the next level in the compensation plan, you go with the phase 2, which is QSSC all the way up. So even chunking it out, I've always said, chunk it out, take steps little by little. And that's actually the approach that we use in a compensation plan. So I hope you have taken a moment just to really just think about what you want. 2019 is coming to an end, but it becomes the beginning of 2020. So wherever you are in the compensation plan, wherever you are in this business, take an opportunity within the next coming weeks to see what you really want out of 2020. Maybe it's not necessarily the next position, but it's a couple of extra $100. You can chunk it down in terms that make it attainable to you. Some people are, well, let me just focus on the dollar amount that I'm looking for every month. And what happens is if you're looking for that dollar amount, organically, it really kind of gets you to that position that it equates with. So while you may not be focusing on the position saying, oh my goodness, that may seem a little lofty or I can't do that, but you're focused on the dollar amount, you can say, oh, but I can do that. It leads you to the same path. So sometimes we have to look at things differently, but still keep that same goal in mind. Sometimes it's just tricking your mind to making what is achievable believable. Makes sense? So just write that down. Just think about, is it getting my business qualified on a consistent basis? Because in 2020, the beauty of giving more people at the lower levels an opportunity to maximize the compensation plan opens them up for more rewards. We're doing BIB at QSSC. That's huge. To be able to look at it that way, and the bonuses that are going out are bigger. So really look at kind of where you see yourself, as we get ready to go into Phoenix. And Phoenix is going to be there before we know it, because it's March, which means in 2020, we'll only have 2 months of the new compensation plan. So it's really going to be exciting to see how we, experience Phoenix, because it's going to be very different compensation plan, different language. Everybody will be learning it. And we'll be stepping out and doing things a little differently, even the home office. So I just want you to just take a moment to just see how you see yourself starting 2020 off, and share it with each other, because you really, each of you deserve to make the most of this business opportunity, however you see fit. And one thing I've really been saying is this is the opportunity for you to look at you. Just, no judgment. Where are you? Are you okay with that? And if you're okay with that, that's great. But if you're not okay with it, what can we do? What can you do that puts one foot in front of the other to take you to the place that you want to be? And that's the truth that you just have to look at for yourself. And as a team, we're here to help each other out. So really, I think conference, we all left with a bang and really excited about the opportunity. And as we hear, October 28th, Monday, on Thursday will be October 31st, and then the end of October, and then Friday starts a new month. Think about the next 30 days. How can you make the most of the time that we have left in 2019? Because the beauty of that is the more we do now, when we go into the new comp plan January 1st, it's just puts us in a better perspective, a better place. And the focus from now until the end of the year, does anybody know what we're focusing on as a company? What the incentive is?
5 and 1.
There you go. And right now, it's for the company will reward SCs and above with the $100 bonus. But for anyone who is a VF or DD or just joined, the beauty of still doing a 5-1 is you're getting new customers. So if we focus on 5 new customers and 1 new team member every month, that's building your customer base. That's also getting you to really get comfortable with sharing your business story. And that's going to give you a better and a bigger paycheck, and organically moving to further in the direction of the next commission level or position. So the more we press forward, the better we'll be. And that's really keeping it simple. If you just focus on that, 5 new customers, 1 new team member, and the activities that help you do that, which we know is events. And I know next Wednesday, I'm excited that I was talking to Shelly Simpson in the airport, and she was sharing about the event that she was coming to that Danielle, you were putting together with Tamara Sachs. That's amazing. And I was talking to Danielle today, and you guys haven't had an IHL speaker in the area in 2 years. This is huge. The fact that Tamara is coming and her presentation, for some of you who's gone to different areas and heard it, it's incredible. She is really dynamic in front of the room, simple terms. So I would say invite everyone and anyone just to hear her. And I love her because she's the true Northeast talk. She is straight, direct, and to the point, and very engaging. So she is just the infectious fan I love when I go listen to an IHL speaker, honestly, because she, she's this ball of energy. She's very passionate, but she breaks it down that you walk away saying, oh my goodness, I need to do something with what I heard. She causes you to really think and want to take action. So take advantage. That's your first team event for the month. So really invite. And it's, you don't have to get into the weeds. Just say, hey, we're having this incredible medical speaker. Invite someone. You can't come, invite some, just get them there. The location is close by. It's nothing better than that. And right before the event, hey, meet up with a couple of your friends, your family members, have a couple, a few drinks and something to eat before you get in. It's a quick, easy night in the middle of the week. And really before everybody really starts to focus on Thanksgiving and all that, all that goes into that. So I would say, those events are so key. Having Tamara Sachs as the first in-person event is amazing. And then think about what you can do personally. If you can do 2 more events by the end of the year, that would be incredible. Because again, people are starting to focus on the holidays and time is going to be limited. But if you have Dr. Sachs as your first in-person event, perhaps it's utilizing something through social media, or collectively as the team doing an own your business, own your life 30-minute Zoom call where you invite family and friends. I can jump on and share a view of the company, and 1 or 2 of you can share why you said yes to this mission, and just let friends and family hear it, in the convenience of their own home. They don't have to step outside. 30 minutes max. It's a simple way to, again, just talking, or allow other people to talk while people just listen and can ask questions. And then the third way is really utilizing social media. If you're comfortable with doing it, great. If you're not, don't get bogged down in the weeds. Just maybe experiment. What I'm loving on Facebook is the first thing I'll hear somebody say is, I'm not really good at this. And wow, because neither am I. So that already calms the audience who's looking at the person, and just, be your real self and truthful self. We all share with one another with our experiences. One thing I was saying to Danielle is, when you're just, I always say, I love to hear people who are talking about the subject matters that we think, but we don't say out loud. Like I said something as simple as, okay, Halloween is over. Now what do you do the next day with all the Halloween candy that your kids have and you really don't want them to eat it all? What do you do? That's an opportunity for people to chime in, because on social media, you want to hear what people are doing. You want to hear what they're thinking. But isn't that a question that a lot of people, say to themselves, like, oh my goodness, I let my kids, go trick or treat. But I don't really want them eating all the candy. Well, then what do you do? Is this a moment to, kind of share with your kids, the importance of what they're eating? I don't know. But, something as matter-of-factly as that. Or, how do you get through a Thanksgiving dinner with eating the foods that you love, but knowing that it may not be the things that is, that are as healthy as they could be? What's your health, what's your dish of choice that you bring, to a holiday dinner that tastes really good and people would never know it consists primarily of like meatless meatballs? That's a great way to indulge. I mean, seriously, what a great opportunity to be able to share something like that. The weather is cold and people want comfort food, and oh my goodness, meatless meatballs in the way that you described it with lentils and mushrooms, I wasn't even thinking that route. So, I mean, something as simple as that, just sharing information that makes people stop and listen to you. It doesn't have to take a lot, 10, 15 minutes, just being your authentic self. Just, again, the purpose is to drive awareness, curiosity, and create relationships with people so that they feel comfortable. And that a lot of times, then when you have an in-person event, they're like, oh yeah, I've seen Chan doing these Facebook Lives. I love it. You know what? Maybe I'll go to this event the next time around. So it becomes a little easier to invite people to in-person events, and just really staying connected with your customers, asking them, do they know of anyone who's interested in, making a little couple of extra dollars during the holiday? Anyone interested in, how do I keep myself physically fit when, it's winter, daylight savings time is about to change on Saturday, we're losing more daylight time. What do I do to continue to, help my family thrive in a positive way during the winter months and the holiday season? You can even do an event such as that. What does your family do? How do you keep yourself engaged? So just some really, common sense ideas and thoughts that people may be wondering, and just, again, attracting them with that simplicity of it. It doesn't have to be anything groundbreaking or deep, just being yourself. So I just want to share just a couple ideas or things that I was thinking. And again, the goal is to really keep the focus is 5 and 1, but we can't control what people do and say. We can only control what we do and say. So if we're not having conversations, then we owe that. If we're not out there creating our own event, whether it's inviting to next week's or jumping on a Zoom call, or even, texting back and forth, or, doing a 3-way call. We own what we can do within the next coming weeks. We're not stuck on the results of what other people, you can invite 20 people and only one person shows and no person shows. But guess what? Check that box because you invited the people. They just didn't show up. Now, what do you do to engage? You can let them know they were still seen, even though they didn't show up, by following up and say, hey, I know what you invited you and you didn't show up. Just want to make sure, was everything okay? Use that opportunity to invite and even follow up with people who didn't show up, because they're just as important as those who do. Because oftentimes people like to test us, right? They'll say, oh, I'm not going to go this time. And when you don't show up, they're saying, yep, that's exactly what I thought. They just wanted me to come to this event. They really don't care about. But when you call up and say, hey, I missed you, like, what do you mean? You missed me. People want to know that they're being seen and heard. So, use that as an opportunity to, again, connect with them. People want to build relationships, but they want to earn your trust as well. They want to know that you're in it because you care about them, not for what you're trying to get out of them. So, think about it. I always, think about if someone's approaching me or having a conversation, my inside voice says, well, what do they want? But then you want to kind of mellow that out and take an opportunity to find out, well, what's on your mind? Maybe I can help you if I know what's on your mind, and allowing yourself to listen. It starts with a simple, how you doing? And most of the time, I always say the favorite response is, oh, I'm so tired. Why are you so tired? What are you doing? Oh, I got a job that I work from. Oh, you know what? I can appreciate that. I used to have a job that took me away from the home, and I had more hours outside the home than I do now. How do you try to combat that? You ask questions to try to get to know what's on their mind, and you're listening more. And all it did was start with, hi, how you doing? You see how a simple hi, how you doing, and really listening to their response and engaging and trying to figure out why they responded that way and how you can help, can turn into, building a relationship, and it takes time. So allow yourself the grace of taking time to have conversations with people. It's not about juice plus at hello. It's not about juice plus even the third or fourth time sometimes. It's just, again, about building relationships so people feel comfortable that they want to listen to you, or are curious enough to continue to have the next conversation. So that's all I have. I know we got 5 minutes. I know you guys got to jump on another call, but is there anything that you want to share that kind of was an aha at conference that stood out to you? Is there anything that you want to ask a question on, or thinking as you get through the next couple of weeks that you want to just share with the group?
Everyone? I think that was so valuable. What I made sure to make a note on is even that piece on follow-up. of those that don't come to the event. And I'm just thinking for the case of Dr. Sax's event in particular, because usually if an in-home event, I might not invite as many people as I am to Dr. Sax. Something, sugar, this is a long list, but yet knowing going into this too, that I was going to be inviting so many people, it was allowing even more opportunity for still conversations, whether or not they came. And I, now, everyone on the team can hold me accountable to this and putting it out there, it's being recorded, that follow-up piece is really going to be so important as well, not just with the people that do show up, but the ones that said they would but then don't, or that just never responded, to still have another interaction with them and try to pick the conversation back up. So I appreciate you pointing that out. That's really key.
Good.
Really key. And also I appreciate too, and this is something we've been doing as a team too, and I think I mentioned this earlier when we spoke, with focusing on the behaviors.
Yeah.
So getting out there and talking to people, going out there and having events, being active on social media, whatever those behaviors are, like let's, many of us were at conference and we learned about the comp plan and the changes and we're excited and all that. But like, I'll be the first one to raise my hand and say, like, I don't have it memorized yet. I don't really know all the changes, and I don't plan on.
You don't need to know. You don't need to know
at all. But it's just getting into those behaviors, because it's those behaviors that are going to, build the momentum, bring the activity, all that good stuff that will translate into the bigger paycheck, the more customers, the promotions that will come, and all that good stuff.
Exactly. Because as we talked about, Danielle, the compensation plan is being enhanced, but the behaviors that we do now are not going to change in 2020. So what do we want to be more mindful of? How do we want to start that routine now? And again, oftentimes I said, the summertime people are more apt to want to engage because they're outside and they're feeling good. But now also is a good time because people are looking for sharing. It's winter. What do you do to help your family come back, cold season? So people really do want to listen, because it's a time of, giving, not just gift giving in a material way. It could be sharing the gift of information as well. So when people's mind are more apt to what are you doing, use that. They want to know ideas, recipes, healthy activities, what things you're doing to combat, this or that. Just be mindful and just be yourself. That's what's really going to attract people. It's just being your authentic self, because people can see through it. But when you're really just wanting to know and get to know them better, they can feel that vibe, because your vibe will definitely attract or detract, depending upon how you're feeling. And sometimes, not every time do you feel like having a conversation, and that's okay too. So don't beat yourself up if you're just not in the zone. That's okay. Just know that the energy that you create outside is what's going to give people, the feeling of, okay, yeah, let's engage. Or if you're not into it, you don't want to use that as an opportunity to shut somebody down from the next time, because then they'll see you like, oh, that's the mean lady.
Right. We want to be the happy juice plus people.
Exactly.
Right. Thank you so much, Joanna. I really appreciate you hopping on. Before you hop off, can you answer Jen's question on what IHL stands for? I don't know what the I stands for.
Inspiring Healthy Living Speaker.
Inspiring Healthy Living. Okay. Excellent. All right.
IHL, we say Prevention Plus. It's a medical speaker.
Perfect. All right. That answers the question. Thank you.
All right, ladies, have a great week, and I will see you next week.
Yeah. Thanks, Tawana.
Thanks, Tawana.
Bye-bye.